Greetings, I'm Dr. Arlene O'Connor, and I want to show you just some of the highlights of how Pinterest works. And it's what they call a visual social bookmarking. And so anything that you can find on the web can be socially bookmarked into what they call boards. Now you'll see a couple of my boards below. I'm opening one of these boards to show you how they're organized. And what happens is that when you find a website that you want to go onto your board, the website itself has different visual images associated with it. And you determine, as you make that choice to put it on your board, as to what one of those visual images will come up. Here's an example from a STEM board that I created, and I can reorganize it later if I like. But as you can see, when I come down and scroll down, you'll notice that there were a number of visual images that the different vendors had created when they made their websites. And so when I elected to put this onto my particular board, those images came across. Now this can be very helpful because you may not remember exactly what's at that particular website, and the pictures can help you. Scrolling down a little more, but supposing I now want to visit this site that I've saved earlier. I click on it, which then opens the site, and depending on how the site itself is constructed, move this down a little bit, I can now go directly over to this website. Now, you can certainly do the same thing by just saving web links in a file or on Delicious, which is another bookmarking program, or Diigo, but I find having these visuals available when you look at the websites that you've saved makes it a lot easier to figure out what's there. Also, right now I have more commercial looking websites, but you can also go to an academic site and you can save that as well. Now, what makes this easy to do is when you put an extension on, here's my extension, here's what their icon looks like, and I can set it up so that that particular extension is saved with my browser, so that anytime I go and see a website that I want to save, I can go and put it in Pinterest, provided that I've already created a board. And when you go into Pinterest, if you have a website that doesn't fit into the board, you can put in another one. So this is just simply to illustrate the purpose of using Pinterest, which is to bookmark things that you might want to save, and then you can also share these groups of bookmarks. But the visual part really is helpful when you want to remember later what it is that is available at that website. The vendors put up pictures, you can put up your own. So I hope you enjoy working with Pinterest. Look at the tutorials that are available online to learn how to use it, but it's a very useful feature. So thank you.